All right, tell me what happened last time.
Well, continuation with the conspiracy in Lumen, as Amelia went off with her guard, of course, Alexei Vodnik, to understand what the hell has gone on. The death of Victoria and, Carl, the person she set up to ensure, hopefully to tie her closer to Amelia and the rest of the conspiracy they have on their end. Ended with both of them murdered, essentially. And they need to figure out what the hell was going on, especially since, Casimir brought her news of an unidentified landing not so far off where Lumen was, and who the hell they were, what they were, was still unknown. Now, getting to Lumen, it was obvious that people are feeling the atmosphere and the tenseness as there are guards in every important entry point, as well as people being a little bit unsure, even though the wider world did not understand what had transpired. She went to investigate immediately, trying to find details, asking questions, doing her investigation, as Alexei guarded her at night and mostly stayed there as muscle. And through her investigation, it concluded that mostly the time that seemed to be, a highly trained group of people in versus a set of incompetent trained people, essentially. That there are many cracks in this foundation here at Lumen, and anyone with enough brains can more likely get through and cause the death of Victoria Helheim. Not really good, since it didn't really lead to who the hell it could be, though on her way back to her room, she did find a note waiting for her, basically letting her know, enticing to talk to her at a certain bakery, basically, and with the initial B, I believe, as she decided to see where this mysterious note led her. As she made her way to the very famous bakery there, and met a man by the name of Bosco, who revealed himself to essentially being that blood for blood, essentially, that Helheim has a history of destroying many planets. It's more likely his planet and his ancestors' planet for who knows how long ago. And their people have not forgotten such a thing, and they want to ensure that, whatever planet they go to, they're always going to be there to mostly cause them problems. Regardless, what the new changes of the Emperor and how things are shaping up, there's more like a business proposition as well. Offer a set of skills to hopefully help each other out in the long run, because as he pointed out to Amelia, who's being a bit skeptical, of course, not just trusting his word, that more likely Helheim have already begun to poison this planet. That you wouldn't even be able to tell or know exactly the subtle things they've done and how long it takes, that they are very much a long con type of family. Amelia said she'll think on such things and that she needs to verify it. She indicated to her Lord Rodnick, who would be part of the food industry of the planet, would hopefully be helpful with that at the very least. But until she knows more, she's not just going to blindly agree with what he says, which Bosco didn't even get offended with. He understands and say, come back when you get your answers, essentially. As Amelia got up, and Alexei did confess he wasn't too aware of how this whole thing works with his, distributing of food and such, so he's not really too sure how much he can really help. Though Amelia already had a couple ideas. She can go to more of a professional, as she decided to do with environmentalists, who can hopefully investigate and dig up the answers to this question they have. As she did so, setting out the word and finding out about this man who's a bit eccentric, a little hard to deal with possibly, but he gets results done, at the very least, as Gallius landed on the planet, seemingly, yes, as eccentric as they say, a little bit grumpy, a little bit grouchy, but requested that he'll have her answers within a month or so, and all he asks is mainly to be left alone and alcohol, which she allowed, even as his behavior became less able to be endured by certain staff members and everyone around. He eventually came to her with data, information, and requests for samples to ensure that if his findings are true, and we can do this quickly if we move fast enough. And while Amelia didn't understand, it seems to be it's on the up and up. She decided to allow him whatever reins he needed to ensure the best results. As Gallius even went down to go with the samples himself to ensure that no one would fuck up his work. And as he would tell Amelia, you got to make sure people could be very incompetent in the long run. As he was barking orders, causing fights, maybe a little headbutting with whoever was there. As eventually, I believe after 6 months, he would reveal his findings that, yes, it was a good idea that she had actually reached out to him, because more likely no one would have noticed as he showed up. There was poison not just in the soil, like some type of worm, but something in the algae that was making it a bit more aggressive in other places, that within maybe a decade or so, it would have caused the collapse of the planet, or would have caused so much problems that it would have been too late to fix, essentially. Proving, of course, Bosco's word to Amelia as she thanked him. And of course, Gallius slid on in there asking if he could continue the work here, maybe they can ensure this wouldn't keep propping up, essentially. Cementing himself as hopefully someone that she would keep on long term, which Amelia agreed to. He might be a bit eccentric, but he seems to get the job done. As she eventually went back to speak with Bosco, sit down at that lovely bakery as the findings were true, and they discussed things further. And he revealed that apparently Gallus is his distant cousin. They are related. He's a acquired taste at the very least, but he seems his heart's in the right place, especially since he even had dreams of being a part of the Emperor's ecological team, even wanting to fix up, I believe, a desert planet, as he says, given his essay and findings to the Emperor, and all that cost him was apparently assassination sent after him. So she should be in good hands, and as long as they work together, they will also be in good hands as well, as he seems to have his eyes set on Lumen, or at the very least, to be hidden away here to do some other work, so be a bit more exciting. Maybe, smuggling or such, some other ways where people's eyes aren't always on them that could hopefully mean they can grow a great business working relationship here. Not even just that, along with agreeing with that partnership, Amelia's also been working with Cassia and Dorian, whose marital disputes have been the forefront of many arguments between the two. And she was there to ensure they wouldn't get out of hand, for at least by the end of this. I'm sure she's going to be invited to the family cookout. And I believe as well with Hikmat, she was spending time with, Helga, who seemed to be a lot happier under a better and new tutelage, and actually learning and gaining something that wouldn't cause her to come up with bruises. And Althastan and her having a bit of heart-to-heart. Hikmat talked about her feelings about the war, his feelings about his own war that he endured, as well as the decision he made, that while it saved many lives, it also made it so he had the disdain and ire of his people as a whole. And while the young squires who went with him that day are alive and don't speak with him, or at least publicly, they are allowed to live their lives, something he cannot ever bring himself to regret. And of course, Hikmat bringing up the fact of her understanding that, with new growth, that war isn't necessarily the great thing that everyone wishes it to be for her people, but what else is there for them to do? And maybe some little bit of ire in our heart for these people who never had to suffer as her people has. But in the long run, maybe looking at Helga and the children who were left behind, it's best to not let that dwell in your heart for too long. And even with her confronting him about a relationship between the two, or at least a physical one, and maybe more, as Althastan was a bit thrown off guard, but they had a bit more of a chat, and he seemed to want to take it more of a courtship than just a physical one. Even planting a tree with her to show with this that they will have something a little bit more deeper than just a fling. And not only that's just that, she also got a talk with the leader, Roderick. Yes, Roderick, who pointed out that it's been 6 months. There's been no word from Scott, even with Amelia back all the way where she was dining at, mentioned as well to Casimir that there's been no word of Scott, though Casimir said it probably will take time. War can do these things, though don't worry so much as well. But without Scott coming back, as he had said so to her so long ago, she had the option to leave, or more likely to stay here. Not sure how well they can protect her, but they will at least try. And knowing that her charge is Helga, and she seems to be much better in her roots here, and we probably safer for her in the long run to decide to stay. And thank Roderick for his kindness in the long run. And it seemed to be the end of it until she went to go check on Helga and saw a missing, no Helga, and just a note there, basically saying if you wish for Helga to be returned or wish to see her, you have to come to Yorth. And I think that's where it ended last.
Does bring us to what you want to do, Hikmat, given the situation.
She's gonna go to Roderick immediately. I don't think there's anything. If she can take a look around the room and see if there's any indication what the hell happened, but she does not have the best stats for that.
Yeah, no, there's not much to find either. As you'll quickly meet with the Lord of Richmond. They seem to be quite in a hurry. What has transpired?
They've taken her. As she places the note on his desk, she's not in her room. All I found was this. They want me to go to Europe.
It's likely a trap.
Yes.
I've always said that den of iniquity is, well, brings nothing but misery to this planet.
Regardless, I have to go. I cannot allow her to get hurt. She's mine to protect.
You'll kind of nod.
I will leave post haste. Sorry, she wouldn't even say that. I'll leave quickly. Thank you for everything, Roderick. I don't know. Well, thank you.
If you have desires, if you would desire, I can send a few men with you. Well, you can trust.
Yes. I cannot say no to such help.
They'll sort of nod. They will be ready within the hour. You may meet them outside. You may meet them at the gate, at the north gate.
I should be ready and prepared. I just have to say my final goodbyes as well. Possibly, anyway.
You'll kind of like frown a bit. And then just kind of like look, not even give you a nod, just kind of stare at his papers.
Is everything all right?
Since you may depart, I'm sure you have to get your bags ready.
She gives a nod. She will give one, I guess, put in her mind one possible final salute to Roderick, as she will get her bags ready and also want to say goodbye to Alpha possibly.
Yes. I mean, listen. Where do you go to find him?
Well, the only place she knows, well, they usually meet, I presume, is all at his school, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Go over there, and he's nowhere to be seen.
Would she be able to ask anyone? I assume she's seen some of his coworkers or some such
he has no
right?
coworkers, but there's like students around.
Oh, okay. I didn't know there's any other teachers or such.
Not
yeah,
at this school.
ask...
Not. He is. I'll remind you of his pariah status. What do you mean?
Ah, gotcha. She'll go to it's one of her students then.
Kind of like stop and look at you.
Is Althastan in by chance?
No. He hasn't come in. We're supposed to have lessons today. We're told he's not going to be teaching today.
Ah. I see. Is his home nearby by chance?
He gestures, looks at the school. This is his home.
Ah, I see. Very well. I shall leave a note then. Thank you. I appreciate it.
He'll kind of like give you a nod.
Yeah, like I said, she'll leave a note. The only thing she'll probably do is also let Roderick know. It's like, hey, he's not anywhere. Can you let him know about this before I leave?
Double back around. He'll kind of like look at you, just kind of give you a nod, and then go back to his papers.
Thanks, Roderick. But yeah, she'll get herself prepared to go.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you're playing Hikmat this dense intentionally or not, but
yeah, like she's worried about this right now. She doesn't know. Her concern right now is Helga, and I can try to roll a thing for this grunt, but I don't think her first thought is like he betrayed me and this is his fault type of situation.
Damn, this is where you're. Damn. Listen, it's.
I posted too hard. No, Red, I did that as a meme.
No, I think the plain one is a bit more accurate. No, Hikmat, as you'll venture to the
At
gate.
worst, I presume he's coming with me. That's what I thought originally, but
Yeah, which I don't know why. You should send a message. And Roger's like, yeah, I'll send a message. Just leave me alone now.
yeah.
Literally, I can't believe you got trolled by the monks. Yeah, no. Shocking. Everyone, nobody with the exception of you. Athelstan is in fact at the gates with several other knights.
Yeah, Ikmek stops and looks a bit surprised. It's like, didn't expect to see you in uniform.
Well, I suppose any excuse to get me away from this place.
And they let you leave without no issue?
Nobody is a prisoner here.
I understand that, but as you said before, you don't really have the best reputation here.
Which is why I should put my skills to good use. He looks at the others, the other six guys, and he'll say, "It might be a bit too aggressive for Yoreth without my soft-handed leadership."
As long as they listen, I think that's the most important part, right?
Oh, nod. A bit confused, but
I don't know what's gonna happen next, but thank you.
of course. I want her to rescue just as much as you.
I pray that she is safe then. Or at the very least, I'll make sure whoever hurt her is gonna die for it.
Gonna give you a nod.
Yeah, she's gonna prepare to go then.
As you'll hop on the transit system. Not sure why you think they wouldn't listen. These are like the most trained and loyal soldiers around.
I was told that everyone hates his guts and that no one really trusts him anymore. I kind of figured that's what he was talking about.
Well, well, it's not that they all hate his guts. They just think he dishonored their creed. Like he makes for a poor knight.
Mm.
No, in fact, the students, you've seen all the students treat him with quite a lot of respect. It's just that they don't treat him as a knight.
Okay, gotcha.
He is a pariah when it comes to military matters, which is why they're like no, you are in fact the liberal. Go and make sure these 6 people don't just murder people on the streets because they might get too zealous. So no, God, well, I'm not that hateful, right?
Sorry.
As yeah, you'll embark on the transit system. Meanwhile, Amelia, I think you're back in Yorth as well, right?
Yeah, we left with her talking with Bosco, but with the assumption that I was gonna go back to Europe. I'm leaving the city to them basically.
Listen, these people are clearly capable. Surely they'll do a good job as the administrators. They know to skim off the top responsibly.
Well, listen, I mean, there's no steward right now, so if I don't notice it, it's not a problem.
But yeah, so as you return back, is there anything you want to do in Yornith?
Honestly, not really. No, I feel like by this point, some of the stuff that happened earlier has kind of grown cold. So I think at this point, just trying to stay on top of things, but Not like there's not any project she's doing right now or anything.
As well, then you'll be able to relax as eventually the day would pass, and at night it's quite late. It's around 10:30 when there's like a soft knock at the door.
Amelia will get out of bed. She'll go to answer it.
As you open the door, you'll see a woman you don't recognize, dressed in like servant's clothes. As she'll say, "I apologize to bother you, my lady, but I have an urgent message to deliver."
What would that be?
It would be best if we spoke about it inside.
Amelia will nod and let her in. As she's doing so, she is intent like trying to back towards the bed where she keeps the bodkin.
Yeah. As the woman's just gonna like look at you and say, "Don't worry, I mean you no ill intent. Although if something were to happen to me, there would be dire consequences."
Speak them.
Do you truly wish to align with the new Emperor's agenda fully?
It seems to be the winning move from my perspective, but I'm open to new insights.
Challenging him militarily does seem to be foolish errand, as a lot of noble houses have learned and will keep learning. But we do not do foolish things, do we? Your Lord Commander is alive and well, but the fighting seems to have not gone his way, which means you will be stuck dealing with problems on Ix for a while, which for the time being means you are sole authority on this planet.
Yes, I am acting regent.
Then the Sisterhood has an offer to make. And I'm here to deliver said offer. You dismiss the Emperor's envoy, the Fremen. Send her back to his court. You may do this through whatever means you find fitting. The revered mother promises to back out and stop meddling with your operations completely. In fact, may be able to hand you over many assets within our information networks and spheres of influence within both the Spacing Guild and CHOAM itself, giving you more power over how things are run, leaving you in charge of the planet in its truest statement. And you will be able to do as you see fit. Steward this planet take more power for yourself. We leave that to your judgment.
Amelia she'll give a nod. Now, God, I will be truthfully honest here. Amelia is going to lie.
Yeah.
Like, Amelia is going to lie and agree. I don't know if you want me to roll anything for that.
Oh, yes, I need you to roll me a communicate. It's going to be a counter roll.
So let's see. I'll roll deceit. I'll roll communication. I've got deceit. Let's use determination. I think I'll buy. I'll buy 3 threat to get 2 dice.
Yep.
5 successes, and do I want to re-roll on those? Because I could re-roll one of those. I think I'll re-roll the 16. Let's gamble. Nah, not a crit. That's still a success. So 5 successes.
So you just kind of agree, lying, right?
Yeah, she's like, yeah, like she'll nod. She'll Amelia will say, "It's certainly a risky proposition you give me, but it's one I think I can work with. I simply need to dismiss the envoy. I do not need to bring any harm to them."
No harm.
Amelia will give a nod, and she'll say, when she makes herself back available at the court, or when my men find her, I'll make sure she's aware that circumstances have changed and her presence is no longer welcomed. For her, for everyone's well-being, she would do well to cut her diplomatic mission short.
Kind of like nod. I will deliver your reply to the revered mother. A good evening.
Yes. Have a good evening.
She'll take her leave.
Yeah, as Amelia won't move immediately. She'll wait a bit just in case she's under some observation.
Yeah.
But yes, I'll be honest. One of the few people I feel like I can actually truly trust that's in the Earth right now is Casimir, because it's hard to know who else was. This was the city of the Bene Gesserit, basically.
Yeah.
So Yeah.
Casimir would be like, Casimir is also like Peter's guy, so unlikely he's compromised. Like if he's compromised, it's all fucked anyways.
Yeah. Case of if he's an inside man, nothing can be done.
Yeah. No, listen, you gonna go to him during the night or like the next day?
Yeah, it'll be a thing like she'll wait like a few hours, like go ostensibly in the early hours of the morning to discuss something with him.
Yes.
Like she won't like go in the middle of the night.
Yeah, he'll open the door to his room. Ah, Lady Black, how can I help you this early?
Yes, Casimir. I wanted to ask your opinion on I think he's a mutual friend. I think you know him. As she'll indicate that she wants to step inside.
Yeah, he'll kind of let you in.
All right. Casimir, we will need to act quickly and carefully. I was visited by an agent of the Ben and Gesserit last night.
Dear God, it's quite bold of them.
Yes, they want me to dismiss. They want me to dismiss Hikmat, and they promised me quite a lot in reward for it. I told them I'd go along with it, but I have no actual intention of doing that.
God, the look on his face, he's like genuinely terrified. You lied to them.
Yes.
You're aware of their Bene Gesserit's ability to sift through lies quite easily. I'm not.
I'm aware of that. I'm also. I was unwilling to bet on if they had somebody observing her return.
What is your intention then to do? How do you wish to proceed?
No. The good news is, I have a question. I don't think anybody actually knows where Hikmat's at. Like
No.
at like Notorious Place.
Nope.
Let's just say the good news is I don't know where Hikmat is. That's no lie. I will have to actually find her, or she'll have to appear. This gives us time, and we need to. We need to get ready. I can inform House Hades, House Nyx. Keep the charade going for as long as can be done.
You believe this is the best course of action? I will try to assist however I can. I will make sure that they are notified of the events.
Thank you, Casimir.
Yeah, he'll kind of nod. I'm sure there's anything you want to do beyond that.
Oh, not yeah. It's like beyond that. It's like yeah. There's not really a very well developed plan right now. It's very reactionary at the moment.
Yeah, listen, as you'll be waiting for a bit. Oh, is Red back? Shit.
I'm back.
All right. Well, Hikmat, eventually you'll arrive in Yoreth. As well, listen, they're gonna. you come off the mass transit system, as you start heading into the city. Oh boy. I'm gonna need you to me all. You can use your discipline with observe.
Neato.
And you have constantly watching.
Yes.
So this would just be a difficulty 1, honestly. Yeah, as you notice as you come off the train and you start like heading into the city proper, you are given a location within the Sirenum, and as you're like making your way, as you turn down one of the streets that's less populated, not one of the main boulevards, still there's people around. You will notice that as there's like street sort of like tables and sort of there's like one vendor on the street, they all just kind of like look at each other before looking at you, as you like realize an ambush is about to come before it immediately gets sprung. So you get to prepare an action sort of in response.
Okay. Am I able to shout to the others that there's an ambush
Yes.
as well? Okay. And you said there's only a few people here, right?
No, there are a few people, all of them assassins.
Yeah, that's what I meant. At the very least, I'm going to have my blade ready to make a first strike at the nearest one towards me, if that's possible, Grunt. The first success I get my hands on.
You shout as all the Arthurian knights immediately like draw their weapons, as well as the assassins spring to battle. And these people, they look quite competent. As yeah, I'm gonna need you to give me that battle roll.
Ooh, gotcha.
You have 1 momentum.
Sweet. I'm gonna put this on my duty as well.
Boy.
I'm using one momentum, and can I buy 1 thread as well, Grunt?
Yeah.
Okay, so I should give me 4 dice then.
Yep. Oh, holy shit! Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he gets lucky, but oh god, no.
Well, he's ontologically not a face dancer, so like he has some chance of success.
There is hope for him.
You know what? I'll buy 1 dice as well. That's what he has also 4 dice. Listen. 2 crits, 1 reroll. Maybe the 3rd crit. Oh no, he rolled complication. Yeah, as the first guy charges you, as you sort of bind your blade with him, and as you like try to strike, he also has a shield. These are trained assassins, no joke. And as you clinch with him, you manage to just slide one of your blades through the shield, through his armor plates, as the blade digs into his neck, and he'll eventually like stop moving. As the other Arthurian knights are in combat as well, but Hikmat, you will see there are more coming your way. This was just the first. There's this you are gonna be outnumbered here soon enough.
Is there? I would like to shout to others that we need to move. Essentially, if it's possible, either help them with their fight so we can move faster, or just so we all can move together. That's possible.
To stay here to fight together, you will have to fight double your numbers.
Yeah, it's more like whatever I can do to get them out the fight faster, because we need to run, and I'm not sure if they'll.
There's
have,
no way to get them out before like the other like the assassins are just kind of like more of them are like exiting as we speak from like nearby houses. I'm giving you 1 opportunity to run or stay and fight double your number.
Would she run and leave them behind though? Fuck. She'll probably yell out to. She'll probably have to go because if she yells out to Altistan, then yeah, she might get chased as well. Yeah, she has to go get Helga. She has to go get Helga. Fuck, yeah.
Because yeah, it will just bolt. And, well, good enough. As you bolt, a lot of the assassins, instead of fighting the knights, they do just chase after you. So I'm gonna need a swift roll,
Gotcha.
a move roll, pardon me. Outmaneuver these people. You have swift though.
Yeah, I
They
do
also have
have
Swift.
Swift. Those bastards, how dare they? Let's see. I don't think I have anything that can help me with this one, so I will roll. Oh. Ooh, can I buy a threat to get rid of that complication, Grunt?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's two threat, right? So
I think you're right, yes.
2 threat, yeah.
I think they hey, listen, you may have been able to defeat one, but there's about half a dozen chasing you as you try to like navigate these streets, but you are not that's not about the speed, but it's about orientation where you fail, as you find yourself after a couple of wrong turns backed into an alleyway corner, as there's about 6 of them with their blades out, ready to pounce on you, Hickman.
Yeah, her weapon's ready. She's just preparing for the first strike, basically.
Well, time to give me a battle roll. Listen, maybe you'll be able to take all of them. Listen, Duncan, Idaho took down like 12 Sardukar. Surely these aren't Sardukar. They're much weaker in fights than they.
Yeah. I will buy 2 threat if that's alright, Grunt.
Yes. Two dice, you mean?
Yes, 2 dice, sorry. I apologize. No! I think I have something for this, maybe. Let me see.
You have bolt?
I have
You have
yeah, I
reroll.
bold.
Just reroll.
Okay, reroll
Yeah,
that 20 then.
Yeah.
Okay, that's another crit.
God.
Mm.
So that's technically 5 successes, yeah. I'll buy 2 dice for this guy. That's it's 5, I mean. Crits. He actually beat you by 1. As listen. You engage with the first assassin as I'm gonna start draining from your battle score. What's your battle score here?
My battle score is 8.
8. I'm gonna say you get to take this guy down, but actually, what am I saying? Because you lost. You don't get to take him down.
Yeah, I lost, yeah.
God, I don't. Oh no, I need to open the fucking cheat sheet.
The old lore.
I don't remember how much you lose when they succeed on like actually hitting you, because I'm just gonna shorten this, because otherwise it would take fucking forever.
Yeah.
We never did this. You should remember
Yeah.
it.
Let's see.
I mean, I guess you did this with Alexi the Red Demon, but we didn't.
That's true.
Yeah, because I think it's 2 base plus your like weapon quality, I want to say, but let's check this. Yeah, no, I think it's whatever. I'll just listen. I'm just gonna detract 3 from your 8, so you have 5 right now.
No problem.
As well, give me like another battle roll.
Will do.
As at this point, the second guy is probably gonna try. They're not gonna, unfortunately, they're not gonna come at you one by one. They get
Yeah, I got
increasingly
you.
harder.
I'll add another threat by one dice for myself.
Yep.
That's all right.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I can also spending. Yeah, no way. No way. Yeah, but as you manage to sort of shake him off as like another assassin comes in close, he is a bit too overeager as you take advantage of that and just manage to put him in a chokehold as you like break his neck, as you hear the spine snap against your force as he like falls down dead. Give me another battle roll.
Gotcha. How many more are coming, Gry? I assume how
You have
many are in
5
front of me
more.
right now? Oh dear heavens.
Yeah,
Okay.
listen. It's gonna be a long, arduous fight.
Okay. I'm buying another dice. I'll get one more dice if I may.
Yeah.
Ooh, 4.
Successes. Let's see how many. Spend all my threat to buy 3 dice for this guy. Not that it matters, but I'm just gonna keep adding these for the bookkeeping. Yeah, listen. This one other guy though, as you have to like defend at multiple angles and it's becoming ever so hard. One of them will slip through your guard, and as you feel the sharp knife kind of impale itself into your side, you have lost one of your resist defeat moments. You have one more. This is not
You gotta
looking
keep on
good.
fighting.
Yeah. Luckily, I have no more threat in the pool, so
Neato. I will do another battle roll. I will buy 2 dice.
yeah. There we go.
I can just use bold whenever I want,
Yes,
right?
you can
to roll
reroll that.
dice?
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
you can roll
Yeah.
with you can reroll. It does not have to be a complication.
Gotcha. I want to re-roll one of my dice by that 18.
It's irrelevant because you do kill the next guy that lunges at you. As well, 2 down, 4 more to go. Give me another battle roll.
Gotcha. Buy another set of dice. 2 dice.
Yeah, I do have some threat now to spend.
Yeah. I will, just in case I get lucky, re-roll one of the other ones.
You need to, otherwise
Yeah.
you'll lose some more health. Okay, that's another crit.
Yes, yeah.
That's is that that's
6 should do
4?
it?
Then 6.
No,
No, that's 6 successes. But you
that's
rolled a
6,
success.
yeah.
6 successes.
4, yeah, and 6 successes. Which, listen, otherwise would have been now you lose only 1 battle point. You are at 4. 4 battle points and 1 resist defeat. Matt, you are not. This isn't looking good. If you keep fighting, they'll eventually wear you down.
Yeah, listen, Grunt, the one thing I know about Fremd is I don't think she would just give up, sadly, so I don't think she's just gonna let herself surrender. So they're gonna have to beat her up until she can't move, essentially, or kill her entirely.
These people aren't going for surrender. These people want to kill you. Like the
Yeah,
knife in the back is kind of indicative.
Yeah, so she's gonna keep on fighting as much as she can. I don't know. I think there's too many of them that she can try to dash past them. I think there's way too many for that.
Listen, you can try. You can try to like barrel down to them and sort of try to run away.
Okay.
Not impossible. You'll just
She'll-
counter roll their move as well. So
Her move's not the best.
listen, the fight is not going your way.
Yeah, I think she's gonna try to see if she can get out of this one. Barrel past him if she can.
Yeah. Give me a move roll.
Gotcha.
Should have also done this before.
Not two more. Okay. So I don't forget. And I'm going to just get 2 dice. If that's all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on this one.
Oof.
You only rolled like 1 crit.
Yeah.
Listen, you can give me more threat if you want.
No, I'll take this one.
As you try to like barrel through them, you will, you kind of stumble as the pain in your side is too much, and you kind of like, you manage to push through them, but you will just kind of stumble and fall to the ground. As well, did lose your second resist defeat thing. Next blow is the last one. You can try to pick yourself back up and make one last desperate like run attempt.
Yeah, I think she will. I think she's delirious right now. She's gonna try to make that one last run to get to Helga. At least that's what her mind is thinking of, at the very least.
Yeah.
Okay.
I encourage you to buy a lot of threat.
I am.
I don't think you have anything else to lose at this point.
No, I'll buy 3 dice.
Yeah. Oh my
dear God. Swift is just not meant for me, I guess. Jesus Christ.
No. You try to run away, but they'll tackle you to the ground as you just feel a sharp blade just drag itself slowly across your throat as you bleed out and your vision just fades and you pass on. Amelia, reports coming in as the guards report that there was fighting in the streets. By the time they got there, several Arthurian knights were dead, as well as the Fremen. They found her body a few streets away.
Yeah, Amelia will give the order. She wants the spaceport entirely locked down.
Yeah?
No one leaves without getting checked.
They'll acquiesce. As do you mean the spaceport, or do you mean like the city's like transports, or both?
Preferably both.
Okay. Yeah, no. I'll lock down as much of the infrastructure as they can, although, well, it's only so much, especially with like unless you want to piss off literally all your trade partners. You'll have to figure out a more like long-term solution, but yeah, for now they'll just completely halt all the traffic going in and out.
Yeah, she'll send messages to Dorian Costa. She needs messages to Dorian Costa to House Nix, pulling out all the stops. That this is actually like, yeah, this is catastrophic.
What sort of messages are you sending?
The Emperor's representative is dead. We need to find the culprits. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty bad.
I mean, yeah, the replies will eventually come back with try to send people, look, but they have no leads. There's nothing to go off.
Yeah, the melee will do what she can, but there's not really much.
What are you gonna do in the immediate? I'm like, what do you do right now after you've sent the messages, and how do you plan on trying to find these culprits?
Try to direct the guards, go investigate the scene, ask any potential witnesses.
You can give me either communicate or discipline will work for this, or understand even. Up to you. Say difficulty.
I'll
two.
spend discipline. Discipline automatically succeeding.
Yeah, so you'll kind of like lead an investigation into how this attack happened, as you will quickly realize there's witnesses saw like there were like people spotted kind of moving around, but nobody caught anything. Like there were no like witnesses being like, I recognize this face. It appears whoever did this attack, well, they knew your guard patrols and blind spots pretty fucking well. They managed to navigate and move their assassins, which, given how much, because, well, some assassins were, like, killed as well. This was, like, at least, you count about 6, 7 dead assassins alongside the Arthurian knights and, well, the 2 that were killed by Hikmat. As, well, at the very least you can, I think you still have one of those face dancer devices, right? Am I insane?
I think Nyx has it. I don't know. It's on Earth.
Yeah. Well, you can send one of their bodies if you want to be inspected, see if these are even face dancers or not. But yeah, these people, whoever they were, they knew the city intimately. They were extremely familiar with the guard patrols, with the layout, and they knew that Hikmat and the Arthurian Knights were arriving. This sort of operation is like insanely big. So, well, somewhere someone must have left some traces. It's just that, well, this was a big one.
Yeah.
But whatever traces they left, you don't think you're gonna find them in Yorith. It's
Okay.
most likely, how would someone even be able to get so much access to so much information? That's maybe like your only lead.
Yeah, she'll follow it as well as she can.
As well, will be a few days until you get a message. I assume we would have informed Lord Artorias that his men were just gutted in the streets.
Yes. Yes, that would have been done.
The response from Lord Artorias would inform you that the reason Helga, the reason Hikmat and some of the other knights were dispatched is because Helga went missing, and she received a notice directing her to a specific place within Yorith. And, well, the note won't be subtle about the accusations that, well, of course they died here. This is a place of sin and filth. It should be, like, purged and cleansed.
Yeah, she won't bother responding to that. She'll send men to investigate. I doubt there's anything still there.
Yeah, no. It was clearly meant to be an ambush. to lure her out. The Sirenium is notoriously bad for keeping track on people because everyone goes there, kind of hides their identity, which is like why if you see like a bunch of masked individuals, nobody's gonna bat an eye. Nobody though has well, a little girl would stand out a bit more, so nobody saw anyone resembling Helga. Which means she wasn't actually taken there, and this was all like a fucking ruse.
All right.
Anything else you would like to pursue on your own?
Just investigating as best she can. I don't really have many leads right now.
Well, then, at this point, it just seems like you'll have to wait for, well, Hades to come back to you, as Cassia would personally return back to the city to speak with you. As you will meet with her, as she is fuming, even as she walks through the doors. I'm gonna need you to tell me, how did it come to this? We are currently doing some investigations, and the lack of traces is seemingly frustrating.
The Bene Gesserit had deeper ties into your city than was known.
Would you like to expand on that? This sort of MO doesn't... Are you implying the Bene Gesserit had 2 dozen agents in my city, ready to go at any point?
I have my suspicions that they were working with the Bene Talaxu. But until we receive the report on that, that's just an assumption. No. An agent of the Bene Gesserit visited me the night before the murder. They attempted to secure me into a scheme. I deflected. It didn't work. They knew everything they needed to do the killing anyways.
You deflected.
Yes.
Clearly not well enough.
I doubted my ability to kill one unarmed.
Until further notice, you are removed from my court. You may return back to Heraklion if you want to wish to remain regent. I will take over the city's investigations and see if we can salvage the situation.
Good luck. I shall just leave.
Yeah. The coming days and weeks, not sure if there's anything you want to do.
Not really.
Eventually, there will be an update on the situation from the Hades spy network. The assassins, well, eventually the trade must flow. You can't lock down. I mean, you can if you want. You can force.
She's not reaching anymore, Grant. Amelia's not reaching anymore, Grant. She did give that up. I'm gonna be honest.
Then, yeah.
She told explicitly, yeah, no, it's like I'm not gonna be reaching for Heraklion.
Then you would just be given a status update, as eventually they had to reopen a sort of trade through the spaceport, and you would be given an update from the Hades intelligence network, informing that they were not unable to catch the spies and catch the assassins, pardon me. Which is, well, has clearly, the letter won't be explicit about it, but it's clearly led to certain individuals believing that this was an inside job. And, well, they haven't been able to recover Helga in any shape or form, as the planet is now reverting back to a more individualist mindset, as Artorias has, well, blames the current administration for the death of his men. There is severe mistrust between several information cells, as they don't know now which one is the compromised one. And things are quite tense, to say the least. The only people seemingly still cooperating on this front are Cassia and Dorian personally.
I mean, yeah, Amelia has. Amelia has no idea what to do next. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, listen, I'll let you roll me an understand roll if you want. Difficulty 2. Use your deductive reasoning now that you have more things.
Nah, I'll spend the threat to get rid of the complication.
As well, the fact that Helga was missing probably means also the fact that the Bene Gesserit have just probably saw through your lies. So the deal was non-existent. There's only one group on the planet with both the means and the motive to pull something like this off. And that would be Nyx, if someone were to say blackmail them with Helga's life.
Amelia will hand that theory over to Cassia and Dorian.
Which this does that's why I said tensions are quite high. Now, if you propose this, they trust your input enough that they will take action on it, which means mobilizing. They will in fact use Artorias troops, just besiege Nyx to force their hands, either confess or come out openly to negotiate.
Yeah, Amelia will. She doesn't feel like she has enough standing to do anything on her own right now.
Then the next months will be quite brutal, as pointing Artorias towards House Nyx, not the hardest thing to do. And as many of many of Cassia's and Dorian's own soldiers will be deployed as well, Akrai will be kept under siege. And well, that siege will probably last for at least a year. While you will... Not sure if there's anything you want to do during that year. Any personal angle you're gonna try to follow up?
I'm gonna be honest, after all of that, she's mostly keeping to herself.
As... yeah, eventually the siege would be broken, as Damocles would step up and just take full blame for the assassination, as they will, well, summarily execute him as punishment, and hopefully to appease the Emperor of this incident. And at the very least, the confirmation that Helga is alive and well. But, well, this entire series of events has left the planet still within quite a tense moment, where when the news of the Lord Commander's return will be broadcasted. Not sure if you're gonna go to Yorith to be part of the.
She will submit her resignation from a distance. She will send a message.
As days would pass, would you just be unwinding? What would you be doing after you just resign from your official positions?
To be honest, she's gonna stay in Heraklion. Simple. She'll go over data. She's falling back into her role as a more junior spy.
Yeah.
No longer spy master. No longer the leader of a cell. Just doing the job she used to do in the Dorian's network.
As one day, in your office, there'll be a soft knock at the door as Casimir's head will kind of peek through the door. I hope I'm
Can
not.
I help you?
Yes, I hope I'm not intruding.
Not done anything important. I don't handle that anymore.
Yes, I was informed about your official resignation. I assure you
I decided to resign before I was fired.
Suppose the failure was a brutal one, as it is often in this line of business.
Yes. Sudden and without time to react.
So, mind if I take a seat?
If you want.
He'll nod and he sits down. He'll say, Amelia, you're young. And clearly loyal, dedicated, talented as well. I believe it would be a shame to let defeat take a hold.
My service is always available to Azar. The Lord Commander newly needs to ask.
It's quite hard to do that when you put in your resignation.
I felt it freed him from a position of awkward position.
I'll kind of like nod. If you wish to learn from this mistake, you wish to... I believe it was pride that was your downfall. But, like I said, you're young, you have time to learn.
What should I have done, Casimir, to that Bene Gesserit servant?
One thing you'll learn quickly, you do not lie to the Bene Gesserit.
But telling them no have led to any different outcome?
I can't say for sure. But lying is a risky gamble. I've never been able to. The Bene Gesserit, it's a dangerous game you play always.
What's your offer?
A position within my network. I think your talents are a bit wasted here. And if you can learn from your mistakes, I see no reason to leave you stranded here.
For offering away a chance off-world, I'll take it. I'd rather not wallow here. Better to wallow elsewhere.
He'll nod. I'll say, well, I believe my talents are to be at the Lord Commander's side. But the Lord Commander cannot stay here. Ix is still in turmoil. We are needed there. Be a much more hostile terrain. But there are, suppose, less things to bring back bad memories. And I'm in search of competent, resilient agents who can handle the pressure of establishing such networks within hostile environments.
When do I leave?
We depart tomorrow. I am uncertain if you wish to speak with the Lord Commander, or do you want your position to be kept veiled from everyone else?
I feel like after a stint in the region, I'm a bit too well known. Better to keep things secret.
I'll kind of nod. Gets up and will say, and one other thing. The Bene Gesserit and others, but Sisterhood especially. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. We've lost many times before we achieve the victory. It is as if we are trying to shape stone itself. It takes quite a lot of time.
She'll just nod. She'll get to packing her things.
You will on board one of the large transport ships, be part of the fleet that will travel to Ix, as the Lord Commander's marriage to Lady Vernius will be official. He will have to act as the commander of her forces on Ix, as that situation is still developing. And even if they won the civil war, there's still plenty of potentially armed conflicts. And with his trips back and forth, there'll be a lot to manage.